Verse 82. See Vishnu Sahasranaama. चतुर्मूर्तिश्चतुर्बाहुः चतुर्व्यूहश्चतुर्गतिः चतुरात्मा चतुर्भावः चतुर्वेदविदेकपात्. This is again one of the very symmetrical verses with four names in each line, that is, two names in each segment. Interestingly, all of them start with, all except one, start with the prefix Chatuhu, four. चतुर्मूर्तिः चतुर्बाहुः चतुर्व्यूहः चतुर्गतिः चतुरात्मा चतुर्भावः चतुर्वेदवित् एकपात्. Chaturmurtihi means four formed. Four forms referred to are Balabhadra, Vasudeva, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. Chaturbahuhu, in his four arms, he has Shankha, Chakra, Gada, and Padma. Chaturvyuhaha, he has taken four manifestations as a Sharira, a Chand, Ved, and Mahat Rupaha. Chaturgatihi, there are four stages in a person's life: Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasa. All these four have four goals: Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. Chaturatma, Antakarana, four, which constitute our subtle body: Man, Buddhi, Chit, and Ahankara. Chaturbhavaha, he is the source of all the four Purusharthas: Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. Chaturvedavid, he is the real knower of all the four Vedas: Rik, Yaju, Sam, and Atharva Veda. Ekapata, Ekapat, that means the entire universe which we see forms just one fourth of him. Three-fourths of him is not visible to us. Let us see each of these names in much greater detail. Chaturmurti, he is said to have, Supreme is said to have taken four forms as Balabhadra, Vasudeva, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. The Lord, the Infinite One, he is considered to have taken these four forms, four manifestations, and the four manifestations. He also taken manifestations in the four yugas. Each one is denoted by a different color: white in Krita Yuga, red in Treta Yuga, yellow in Dwapara Yuga, and dark or black in the Kali Yuga. Now, the Lord, the Supreme Self, has also four distinct expressions in the subjective life of every individual. That is a microcosmic level. Also, he has four stages: that of the waker, the dreamer, the deep sleeper, and the pure self. Similarly, in the microcosm, the four stages are called Virata, Taijasa, Prajna, and Turiya. However, in the microcosm, the Lord's complete expression as a total gross, subtle, and causal bodies, which is known as the Virat Rupa or Vishwarupa. Apart from that, the Supreme has taken the forms as Hiranyagarbha, that is Brahma, Ishvara, Rudra or Shiva, and beyond all these bodies, the eternal Paramatma, the super supreme Parabrahman. The Supreme has four forms, also has four arms, Chatur Bahuhu. And in these four arms, he is seen holding Shankh, Chak, Gada, and Padma, a lotus. The four hands represents basically the four factors: four inner equipments of man, which are known as manas, the mind, buddhi, the intellect, chit, that is the thought flow towards the objects, towards the sense objects, and most significant, ahankara, which generally we loosely use the term ego. Now, these four, they are the four agents by which all physical activities of the human body, of the human being, are controlled, regulated, and constantly command from within the body. All commands are received from within the body. That's the mind, buddhi, chit, ahankara. They are the real reason for all the actions that we take. The Supreme, who has four forms, arms, has also appeared in four manifestations himself. Chatur Vyuhaha. Four manifestations are said to be the Sharira Roop, body, Chande Roop, as the meter in the sacred scripts, Veda Roop, four Ved, and Mahat Roop. Mahat is the Virat Roop. Now, Vyuha means it's a whirlpool of activities made by a large number of imperfected forms. These together are commanded by a person who remains in the center of the whirlpool. So we can call him a pivotal person. He is like a commander of a battle. The commander, while remaining in his position, he controls the entire battle and all the functions of the battle. The Lord, the supreme source of all activities, manifest as a universal force, the enabling force, the enlivening force, the soul energy, because of which every action, every engagement of every living being is regulated, controlled, best. Now, the four vyuhas in a person are said to be the person in the body, Sharir Roop, the person in the Chandas, Vedic mantra. Vedic mantra is personified as a being that is supreme. And the person in the Vedas, and finally the great person, the Mahat Rupaha, the supreme who has four forms, four arms, and four manifestations, has become the goal for persons with four types of activities. And for all the types of four types of persons is the supreme gati. He is the supreme goal. Chatur gatihi. Now, if you look at these four, human beings are can be classified into basically four types. Varna. Varna is like a color code. It is not a caste as we understand. It is nothing to do with the birth. It is the abilities, it is the attitudes, it is the temperament of the individuals on base of which they can be classified. For example, every society will have thinkers, rulers and leaders, men of commerce, and then the workers. These have been given a typical name, Varna, called as Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Sudras. The Lord is a consummate goal, is a final goal for all these categories of persons. And we achieve this goal going through four stages in life. They are called ashramas. Every person has to pass through each of these four stages. First is the age of study, the first part of life, when as a student you equip yourself to be ready to face life. This stage is known as stage of a brahmacharya, a celibate, a student. Now the second stage is of a householder. You take all responsibilities, you look after your family, look after your society, you are the earning member, so you call it grihastha. And after the grihastha, when slowly withdraw from society, this is called the vanaprastha stage. This is a retirement stage. And the final stage is the stage of renunciation. You completely cut off all contact with the society. Don't depend upon society. Don't be a burden on society. That is called a sannyasa stage. Be happy with what comes to you gratuitously without any seeking. Supreme, who has the four aspects of inner equipment, is called Chaturatma. Chaturatma means the four antakarana, four things which we have within us: Man, Buddhi, Chit, and Ahankar. Narayana is one infinite effulgence which manifests as all these four aspects of our inner equipment. That's why they are called Antakarana Chatushtaya. Four factors which are inside us. Antahakaran. Man, Buddhi, Chit, Ahankar. So if this name Chaturatma, some people read it as Chatvaratma. If it is read as Chatvaratma, it means clear headed, clear minded. It means the Lord is completely free from human frailties, desires, passions, vanities. He is free from this, and he is also free from all maladies related to ego in his essential, in his basic essential nature. From these desires, passions only, they're also called the six evils which we have: Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. Shat Vikara, six dangerous things. Now, Supreme is also indicated as one. He is representing the four human aspirations: Purusha Artha, Purusharthas, Chaturvidha Purushartha, Chatur Chaturbhavaha, Chaturbhavaha, four are known as Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Dharma means righteousness. Artha is wealth. Kama is pleasure. Moksha is spiritual liberation. That's a very interesting. All these four are interrelated. What basically we should understand as a thumb rule, that we should pursue the goals of wealth and pleasure in a righteous manner, not forgetting that our ultimate destination is moksha. So, dharma and moksha are the two outer boundaries within which we should pursue all our efforts towards seeking wealth and seeking pleasure. Whatever we do should be dharmic, should be righteous, and whatever we do should ultimately help us to get liberation, to moksha. Four stages in life already we have seen: brahmacharya, grihastha, vanaprastha, sannyasa. Whatever stage we are in life, we should not forget to follow righteousness and should not forget the basic purpose of human life, which is to get moksha. The four types, and similarly, the four types of varnas, what we call, they are basically types of temperament and levels of abilities that different individuals have, based on which they are classified as brahmanas, kshatriyas, vaishyas, and shudras. Again, worth repeating that these are not related to birth. Nobody becomes a brahmana by birth. A person is born with whatever abilities, and you can graduate to higher level. The best example of Lord Hanuman. Hanuman was not even born as a human being. He's called a Vanara. Vanara means some like a subhuman. He's subhuman. From subhuman, he rose to human. And within human also, he rose to the highest level of a wise man. Buddhiman, Buddhimatam Varishtam. So he is classified as a Brahmana, for which, because of which, the Hanuman, his idols normally are shown with a Janevu. And he got his education from Lord Sun himself. He went to Sun. Surya Bhagavan gave him education, taught him all the Vedas, all the Shastras. So they cannot imagine a person who is wiser than him, more educated than him. And remember, he started as a subhuman, became human, then he became a superhuman abilities. Now, Bhagavad Gita In verse 13 of chapter 4 says, Lord Krishna says, Chaturvaranyam maya srushtam gunakarma bhagashaha. Krishna says, I have created the four varnas. He did not stop there. He also clarified this. He has created these four varnas based on four types of karma. It is based on differentiation of gunas and action. The fourfold caste, varna, was created by me according to differentiation of gunas and action. Chaturvaranyam maya srishtam gunakarma vibhagashaha. Now, Chaturveda is a knower of four Vedas, Ruk, Yajur, Sam, and Atharvana Veda. The Lord is the very theme discussed and expounded in all the four Vedas. The study of the Vedas is meaningful only when the seeker realizes the Lord. Again in Bhagavad Gita, verse 15, chapter 15, Purushottama Prapti Yoga, Krishna proclaims, Vedaischa sarvaihi ahameva vedyaha Vedanta krut vedavit eva cha aham Vedaischa sarvairahameva vedyaha Vedanta krut vedavideva cha aham. Krishna says, I am verily that which has to be known in all the Vedas. I am indeed the author of the Vedas, and I am the knower of the Vedas is also I. The supreme manifestation, the supreme sustains the entire universe with hardly a fraction of his glories. Ekapat. The term pada in Sanskrit can mean a part or a foot. The Lord in Bhagavad Gita uses the first meaning, that is, what he means to say is, it's a small part, a small insignificant portion of his mighty glory. The entire universe is only, if he's supporting the universe, a fraction of his capacity. Then he tells Arjuna, Atava bahunetena kim jnatena tavarjuna Abhyahamidam Krishnam Eka Amstena Stito Jagat. Hey Arjun, why are you worried about all these details? What is the need for knowing all these details? I stand supporting the entire universe with a single fragment of myself. This is the ultimate vibhuti, which Krishna explains in Vibhuti Yoga. Other minor details he has given. Himself says, these are not as significant. Understand one thing, that's enough. The entire universe is only represents only a single fragment of myself. So this signifies that even the totality of all the universes cannot be compared to him. The infinite, absolute existence. In Taittiriya Aranyaka also there is a reference to this, which clarifies the later meaning. All beings are his foot. Means they are hardly one fourth, less than that, as a matter of fact. So with this we can conclude this verse also. Satoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutangamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.